Hey everybody, this is Mark Blanton, and this is
Dr. Latasha Blanton from the Real South Africa Travel and Tourism.
And we have amazing packages to Johannesburg, Cape Town, and Durban. So we would like to see you guys here. All you have to do is just go to our website, therealsouthafrica.com, and we'll make sure that your trip here is amazing.
See you here in sunny South Africa.
The food, the music, the vibe. Kick off your summer at the Ohio Black Expo Riverfront Culture Fest. Get your Black History Month discount now for a limited time. Free tickets to the Ohio Black Expo. Yeah, free. February discount all month long. Celebrate Black excellence. Experience the African diaspora at its finest. Go to OhioBlackExpo.com for tickets, updates, and more. Tell your friends. Share with family. There's no other place to be Memorial Day weekend. Visit OhioBlackExpo.com. That's OhioBlackExpo.com.
Are you a successful entrepreneur or one in training? You've got the vision, but do you have the right partner to build your brand, your team, and your future online and off? At CPRfirm.com, we offer expert consulting, financial guidance, and life coaching because we believe in doing life with our clients. After all, what is it for a man to gain the world and lose his soul? Founded by Callan Cash Coleman, we help our clients not only succeed, but plan to retire rich. Your business deserves the best. Start building your legacy today at CPRfirm.com.
Finding the right real estate professional can be challenging. I'm broker Melissa Wilson. I'm knowledgeable in all aspects of the real estate process. So whether you're looking to buy new or an existing home or have a commercial need, I'm here to help.
Make sure you pick up my two books that's in Amazon right now. The first one is Passive-Aggressive Racism and the System of White Supremacy. And I talk about in that particular book how the system of white supremacy really runs on our daily lives here in America. In our latest book, 7 Steps to Decolonize the Mind, we go through those steps to try to deprogram you from the system of white supremacy. Make sure you can pick up those books on Amazon.com.
Can I ask a question?
Okay, yeah.
Do you have a sex agency?
No.
Are you a pimp, as people like Jimon say about you online?
I am sexy, but I'm not about that. I'm not about these sex guys.
So I make love to them.
Are you married?
No, I'm not.
You're not married?
Yeah.
You're so hot and sexy. And when somebody worships me too much, I hate it. It's about being a go-getter and hustle hard.
Watch Slay Queen only on the African Diaspora News Channel app.
Introducing the African Diaspora News Channel app, your gateway to stories that's overlooked by the corporate mainstream media.
At African Diaspora News Channel, we cover stories that don't receive mainstream attention, and we serve as the voice to the global Black community. We are committed to informing and educating through the power of media, connecting the African diaspora one story at a time.
With our platform, we're helping to end injustice by exposing it.
Join us in standing for excellence in journalism and serving our community. Download the African Diaspora News app today.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, thank you for joining us on the stream. We greatly appreciate it. It is Wednesday, March the 5th. We are trucking along in the month of March. Few things. First of all, we want to make sure to speak about is the passing of former Houston mayor, or he was a congressman. He took Sheila Jackson Lee's seat, Sylvester Turner. He had passed away today. Now, they say he was at the address to Trump last night. He had a medical episode. He went to the hospital. He was released from the hospital, went back home, but he ended up passing away. So Sylvester Turner passed away at 70 years old. He was a 2-term mayor here in Houston. He was originally from Acres Homes, Black community. And, definitely want to send condolences to Sylvester Turner's family. I know they say he had a grandchild and a daughter. And I was shocked to hear that he passed away like that. But they said that he was, battling cancer for some years while he was mayor. I've heard people beat it, then sometimes end up taking a toll on their body. Most of the chemotherapy, from what I've, been told by many people, that's what really get people more than even the disease itself. I think cancer in itself, that's what something that they should be throwing the kitchen sink at. Like they threw the kitchen sink at the pandemic, they need to do that with cancer. I've been hearing some promising things. They've been talking about certain advancements they're starting to see now, but cancer shouldn't be taking people out like that. Just in general, they didn't say he passed away from cancer, but I'm just related to what he battled for years. So, man, it's crazy. Sheila Jackson Lee passed. She had pancreatic cancer, and then now him. So they're gonna have to do a special election once again, like they did when Sheila Jackson Lee passed away. And whenever Governor Abbott set that up, and then they'll vote and they go through that process all over again. Like I said, they had some promising people, last time, when I was watching the special election, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Oh, shoot. You say you fought cancer 4 times and went through a stem cell transplant? You say it was a shame that the Democrats didn't stand up for the kid. Oh yeah, it was battling cancer at the age of 5. Yeah, I seen that. It's a time to put away that political crap. People are human beings, right? And I did see that. The little black boy, dealing with cancer and things like that at the address last night, and his dad and the child stood up and everything, and the Democrats were just rolling their eyes at this black man and child. I'm just shaking my head at that. I'm like, bro, like, especially the black ones. Like, really? This what y'all doing? Like, what happened to y'all? What happened? It's like, y'all can say whatever y'all want to say, but I noticed some black folks got out of the church or the mosque. Black folks act just like them folks a lot now. They really do. Some of the things that we used to say, oh man, we don't do things like that. That's what the folks be doing. You doing it now too. Sometimes you doing it a little worse than them at times. That's things that we would never do as black people. Say, yeah, I may not agree with them politically, but hey, this is a child. This is a father, in the community. This is what we're not going to do that. You know what I'm saying? That's why I told y'all, I take issue with those black Democrats because they're not for black people. Clearly, they showed that last night. Then you got Al Green, the other congressman here in Houston. He sitting up here, got himself thrown out. For what? Was he standing on business for FBAs? Listen, I will ride with Al Green if he's standing on business for FBAs. He's not. None of the Congressional Black Caucus stand on business for FBAs. That's why I speak against them. And you have some people that just have a very low attention span, people that I don't know what they have, right? But the only thing they can say, they can't say you're lying about nothing. The only thing they can say is Trump paying you. Well, shoot, all that money that the Democrats been giving people all over the world, if Trump want to give me a couple of million, I'll take it. But I'll put that to good use. And when I put it to good use, guess what's going to happen? I'm going to create some more black jobs because I won't trick off the money. I don't blow money like that because I'm not trying to impress none of you. I don't need a car to impress you. I don't need certain clothes to impress you. I don't got all the monkey shine around my neck. Don't do that to impress you, right? I ain't trying to impress none of you. I'm a firm believer I get a good amount of money. It's not for me to go trick off. I can go work on my own and trick off. No, it's for me to take that and sow that back into the ground as seed so that can grow and also benefit others. Because when you grow, you're supposed to take people with you. You don't just go by yourself, right? But I really noticed that. Because see, I grew up in a time where black people, you know, like I say, did go to church and things like that, or they went to the mosque, and I see the time that you got away from it. And I would say your morality has really declined since you didn't get out the church house. I'm going to be honest with you. The things that you see some black men and some black women are doing today, they would have never done. So some of you would have been like, hey, man, okay, when you was in the church, I'm married now. Certain things I don't say and do as a man, certain things I don't say and do as a woman. I need to respect my wife, respect my husband. Now you got the married women out here trying to dress like the single women. And you got the married men out here trying to keep up like he's single too. You know, there's so many different things just going on with all these married folk today that you didn't even see. You got a bunch of married men and women hanging out in places where all the single people hanging out at. Why? You're married. What are you doing there? They're looking for somebody there. What are you doing there? At one point in time, when you had more morality in the community, we wouldn't be in those places. Because you're like, that's not a place for a married person. That's the single people at. You know what I'm saying? No. But, you know, that's a conversation of a different day, for sure. But tonight we're going to get into, you know, there's so much video coming out about the sanctuary city mayors. Oh, Lord, it's so much to cover. And we got to cover that over multiple channels, actually, and maybe multiple streams. Then also we got to talk about Jasmine Crockett again. I hit the hornet's nest last night, ladies and gentlemen. You may say, Phil, how did you hit the hornet's nest? I got the same response you remember when we started making content about Kamala Harris and you saw how they just start coming. Like, I mean, all the shills and the Democrat bot accounts, they came, boy. Oh, they came. Well, when I did that stream last night, they showed up again. I know I know when it's regular accounts just making comments and doing things. Then I notice when it's like this influx and it's certain things they show. That they show who they really are. Like, wait a minute, this is not normal. This is not natural. Because right after the election, all them accounts that was constantly just in my chat constantly, they all went away right after the election. Gone. Didn't even see them no more until last night. I said, oh, okay. So Jasmine Crockett is the one that the DNC put out, and they put in all their trolls and shields and troll farming on anybody that's talking about Jasmine. I say, oh, that solidified that I know she is the Trojan horse. But it's not about that part of it tonight. I got some questions about some of the black voters, because there are some legitimate people who like performative ratchetness, and I'll get into that a little later. Not now. He said they started emailing me that they were, oh man, boy. Like I said, look, I had one last night that was paying the troll. Like, listen, you know, the reason let me tell you how the membership chat started. The Democrat Shield trolls got it started. They was coming over here so much and drowning out the real people that's trying to have a conversation here. So I said, you know, we're gonna switch to members only. So and then when we did that, it went down to nothing, right? But now they're taking it up a notch. You had somebody last night came in here, paid to get in here to troll. Now, I saw some people remove them. Don't remove them. Let them say what they want to say. Y'all just pile on them when they say stupid things. Because I'm a firm believer, you're willing to join our memberships to troll, you're dedicated. You can stay. That's how I feel about it. All right. He says Stephen A. Hairline. Oh, Lord. Trying to be the voice of the Democrats. Yeah, we'll get to that. And yes, I know about you talking about the ghetto. Yeah, listen, Jasmine Crockett is the Tiffany Henyard of Congress now. We'll get to that a little later. All right, so let's go ahead on and start real quick. Move this to the side. Let's start with Byron Donalds. So Byron Donalds, you know, the sanctuary city mayors today went to testify at Congress about, you know, the sanctuary city ordinances they have, illegal immigration, why they won't let ICE have criminals, why they don't want to work with ICE, all of that, right? Well, like I said, it's so much video coming out that I'm gonna have to do so many videos just spread out over multiple channels, multiple streams. I want you to listen to the amount of money. Now, remember, this is taxpayer money this is coming out the pockets of, now you had Eric Adams up there, right, from New York. You had Mayor Brandon Johnson from Chicago. You had Mayor Wu from Boston. You had Mayor Johnston up there from Denver. Okay, I think was it 4 or is it 5? Maybe, am I missing one? I could be missing one, but you'll see here in a minute. But the ones I want you to pay attention to is Brandon Johnson and Mayor Wu. That's the two I really want you to pay attention to. Let's go ahead and cue this up. Give me a second. I'll go down here. And
Mayor Johnston, coming back to you. How much did your city spend on illegal immigration? Do you have a round number?
Over the last couple of years on all newcomers, whatever their status was, it's around $79 million since 2022.
$79 million. Mayor Johnson, Chicago. How much has the city of Chicago spent on illegal immigration?
If you're referring to the 2022 up to 2024 of the buses coming from Texas, roughly the same percentage of the state of Texas, about 1% of our overall budget.
What is that? Because I don't have the city's budget in front of me. Numbers.
It's 1%, and if you want the actual calculation, we can make sure someone...
You're the mayor. You don't have the math in front of you.
It's 1% of the overall budget over the last 4 years.
That's why you're a failing mayor.
Which is
Mayor
the same
Adams,
number that was sent from us from the state of Texas.
How much did the city of New York actually spend on illegal immigration? Mayor Johnson, I already asked you. You don't have a hard number. And if you don't have a hard number, you're not running your city well. Mayor Adams, how much did the city of New York actually spend on illegal immigration?
$6.9 billion of taxpayers'
$6.9 billion of taxpayer money on a problem that was fostered on the American people. Mayor Wu, in the city of Boston, how much did you spend?
We don't ask about immigration status and delivering city
You don't
services,
ask
so
about
we
how
don't
much
have
money
that
the city
number.
of Boston has spent on illegal immigration?
We
Are
don't
you out of your
distinguish
mind?
between immigration status.
Do you
as
manage
part
your
of our
budget
city
or not,
policies.
Mayor Wu?
That is how we keep
Mayor
our city
Wu,
safe.
do you manage
we
your
have
budget
the
or not?
numbers to prove it. I manage my budget. I have a AAA bond rating dating back 10 years.
So to the city of Boston,
budget.
just understand that your mayor does not care how much of your resources she has spent on people who are not citizens
The city of
the city
Boston
of
is
Boston.
sick of having
I'm
people
reclaiming my
outside
time.
Boston
Mr.
telling
Bear,
us what
Mr.
we
Bear, I have
need.
a question for you.
Lord, that was bad. That was so bad. Mayor Wu didn't have a single dollar amount of how much taxpayers' funding that was being spent on illegal immigration. Brandon Johnson say 1%, but couldn't even give the number. Now, if you invite me to go to Congress and I know what they're going to ask me, wouldn't I have my homework? Brandon Johnson got a whole team. He can go there with a tablet full of the information and just like pull out his tablet, just like I have my tablet right here, and just look at the tablet and say, oh, yes, sir, it is so much million. It's so much billion. It's right here. I mean, that makes no sense. That makes no sense that you're not prepared. Now, to even hear what Eric Adams said, in the billions, what did he say, 6 billion? I think that's what he said, 6 billion. Let me replay that. I want to make sure to listen to that. Very
Mayor
well.
Johnston, coming back to you. How much did your city spend on illegal immigration? Do you have a round number?
Over the last couple of years on all newcomers, whatever their status was, it's around $79 million since 2022.
$79 million. Mayor Johnson, Chicago. How much has the city of Chicago spent on illegal immigration?
If you're referring to the 2022 up to 2024 of the buses coming from Texas.
Okay, first of all, that's why Brandon Johnson got a 6% approval rating. He came and answered a simple question. But in Denver, I'm pretty sure y'all could find something to do with $79 million to help improve that city. Now, we got some FBAs in Denver, right? I'm pretty sure FBAs want to know what's happening with the money. But yet all that money is going to people that just crossed the border that came over here. And like I was saying, but that was the policy of the last administration, open borders, right? And all you Democrat shills that's here right now, hello, how are you doing? I know you're back, okay? Explain to the class, Democrat shills, why $79 million was spent on foreign nationals who want to, when they protest, they wave their foreign flag. They say they're more dedicated to their homeland. They're here to get a lick. They don't care about America. Do you realize these foreign nationals would attack America? Let me tell y'all something. What y'all don't realize, and I've been reading this too. I've been reading that if America hypothetically would attack any of their countries, that they will start attacking America from within. I've been reading that all on TikTok and things like that. And I'm saying, see, that's America's problem. You let all these people in here, okay, and then you're going to have a problem. And it's not going to be FBAs, because FBAs have never rose up against America. It's going to be all these foreign nationals you let in here swinging a foreign flag. See, to me, if you're swinging a foreign flag, then that means that's grounds for deportation. You need to go to that country that you're swinging the flag for, because obviously you don't want to be here. But the crazy part is you're protesting with the foreign flag not to go to the country that your flag represents. That I never understood that. You cannot make me understand. They all say they love their country. Why are you here? If you love your country, you should be there working hard to make that country great, because there's a lot of people in the millions in their countries that have not fled. They stayed in their homeland. They're still there dealing with the issues and problems. They're trying to make their countries better. They didn't run. They didn't flee. They're not in a foreign land swinging the flag of their nation. They in their nation swinging their flags. And I respect any person on the planet Earth, any group of people who will stand and fight and make a difference instead of running and not being faithful to anything. Because when these people that run from their homelands, you think you could depend on them? If America get in trouble, they gonna run out of here too. Because if you're not faithful to your homeland, then you're not faithful nowhere. And that's going to be America's Achilles heel. You watch. But let me continue.
Roughly the same percentage of the state of Texas, about 1% of our overall budget.
What is that? Because I don't have the city's budget in front of me. Numbers.
It's 1%, and if you want the actual calculation, we can make sure someone...
You're the mayor. You don't have the math in front of you.
It's 1% of the overall budget over the last 4 years.
That's why you're a failing mayor.
Which is
Mayor
the same
Adams,
number that was sent from us
How much did the city of New York actually spend on illegal immigration? Mayor Johnson, I already asked you. You don't have a hard number. And if you don't have a hard number, you're not running your city well. Mayor Adams, how much did the city of New York actually spend on illegal immigration?
$6.9 billion of taxpayers'
$6.9 billion of taxpayer money on a problem that was fostered on the American people. Mayor Wu.
Okay, $6.9 billion. I want to make sure I heard that right. $6.9 billion, ladies and gentlemen. Not million, $1 billion with a B. And when you're giving all this money to these foreign nationals, you might as well go throw that money in the trash. That's equivalent to what you did with the money. It didn't benefit anything. You throw all the money with the hotels and the food and the EBT cards and all the job fairs and all the different things you've done for them. See, this is what I'm saying. They'll spend $6.9 billion in New York on illegal foreign nationals, but they won't spend $6.9 billion on FBAs in New York. And FBAs in New York, they need, like I said, they need help too. That could have been a good payment of reparations to FBAs in New York, right? But the Democrats, that's their policy. They believe in everyone else except Americans. They're not America first, and sure, they're not FBA first, but they don't believe in that. And that's why they have no problem. I mean, listen, I did some research into the sanctuary cities and also with the illegal immigration. Do you know the majority of the illegal immigrants in this country are in the big cities? All the big cities throughout the country, that's really where they at. If ICE had free reign in all the big cities without these sanctuary city policies and all that mess, Trump could deport more than 1 million in a year if he had free reign. See, I told y'all, this system of states' rights is an Achilles heel for change, because we know states' rights came because they wanted to make sure they can still do things to us. Oh, states' rights, states' rights. What do you mean states' rights? We got a federal government. You don't need no states' rights. Now, they'll say, well, federal law supersedes state law. Well, how is it that they can have a sanctuary city, but yet they can say, well, you don't assist federal law enforcement when it's the law, in which they do need to start taking these people either to court or even jailing them, saying, wait a minute, if federal law, according to the Constitution, supersedes state law, city law, according to the Constitution, federal law do, then how is it that they can have sanctuary cities and they don't assist immigration? It doesn't even make sense. My issue is this. They will assist, these same cities will assist federal agents and all of that to go lock up you or any other American, right? If the FBI said, hey, I got some charges to put on Brad over there, then okay, we gonna go pick Brad up from Cook County or whatever in Chicago. Cook County Jail, they'll hold him there until the FBI come get him. But if it's somebody from a foreign country, oh no, we can't do that. Sanctuary city. Now, why is it that the residents, and I don't understand all you lawyers out there, won't sue based on discrimination? Because that's a discriminatory practice. If illegal foreign nationals get a special treatment in this country, then that means all people of that city should get the same treatment. That means if law enforcement want to go in and arrest anybody, sanctuary city means sanctuary for everybody, not just sanctuary for an illegal foreign national. I mean, don't that make sense? So where are y'all people at filing lawsuits against these? That's how y'all, if you really want to know, that's how you bust up the sanctuary city laws on discrimination. You can't write no laws that discriminate. Remember? You can't discriminate based on race. You can't do it by religion. You can't do it by, any kind of, like say you have some sort of, oh Lord, I'm going blank on my mind, Lord. Like if you're disabled, you can't do that, right? You can't do it on creed. You can't write no laws that discriminate against nobody, correct? So since you can't write those kind of laws, then y'all need in these cities, they got sanctuary cities. Where are y'all lawyers at? That's going to start suing. Honestly, where's them lawyers like Edward Bloom? Why he's not suing on discrimination? He's so quick to try to go sue to stop black people from going to college. That's the laws you need to go sue for. That one, that's discrimination. Oh, you say Detroit not a sanctuary city? Good job, Detroit. Sanctuary, it should be but you know what they need to do at the federal level? They need to go on and ban that at the federal level and say, hey, no city can be a sanctuary city. Now, of course, the Democrats will try to obstruct in the Senate. This is the deal with that. You need the filibuster. Y'all have to understand the filibuster was created to stop FBAs from getting laws passed to benefit us. That's where the filibuster came from. It didn't come from, trust me, mostly the filibuster, states' rights, all that stuff, that comes from trying to hurt and harm FBAs. That's the history of that stuff. The motivation to it. When the Civil Rights Act, when they were trying to pass that, they was filibustering, right? Because they didn't want us to have a civil rights. So any black person that supports, we still need to filibuster because what if our party is not in power? Well, why don't you say that about the House? It's majority rule in the House, right? Okay. It should be majority rule in the Senate. That's a way to stop progress from happening. And then you say, well, our Congress don't do anything, is because of that reason. The filibuster, once again, is not a constitutional law. It is a rule. That's it. But they both sides want to maintain the filibuster, though, because they want to be able to stop the other side if they don't have the numbers. And I said, that's stupid. You shouldn't be able to do that. Majority rule. Yes, I heard Pam Bondi put a lawsuit on them. Yes, I did hear that, but I don't know how long that's going to be and how far that's going to go. I'm the type of person to say, put some criminal charges on people. Trust me, people move a lot faster. Now, let's get to the next thing I want to talk about here. About, do some black voters love ratchetness in politics? I've had some people that I don't believe they was bot accounts. There was some was saying, well, Phil, I really like your content, but what you're saying about Jasmine Crockett, I can't, I love her. And I'm like, okay. So I'm sitting here thinking, love her for what? What did she actually do for FBAs? Was she part of any legislation that really helped us? No. Is she a big advocate for FBAs, like fighting for our reparations, fighting for us to, with criminal justice reform, doing anything she could to help black people? Is she doing that? No. She's just being loud, and just for what? She's not saying anything. Listen, I don't care about the stuff she's talking about. I care about if you are a black politician, then you need to be advocating for FBAs. And if you're not advocating for FBAs, I don't want to hear all that Ukraine talk. I don't want to hear nothing about nobody else. You're supposed to be representing FBAs in your district, and you don't talk about FBAs. But ever since since the election, right? Now Jasmine always kind of been loud and sassy. That's just been her thing. But ever since the election, the Democrats kind of went into hiding a little bit. They were licking their wounds and all that. Now it seemed like they say, okay, they had their new DNC election. Now they got their new chair of the DNC. Now they look at it, they kind of, strategize and say, okay, Jasmine, you're going to be the person. So you got to go out there and you got to reclaim the black vote, Jasmine. So how you going to do it? You're going to do it by being ratchet and acting ghetto. Now, the Democrats, what they know about some of you, they know that resonates with some of you. Because some of you feel ratchetness and all of that is keeping it real. But I don't look at what a person say, I look at what a person do. That's what I always pay attention to, because a lot of people tell you about your sweet nothings. When somebody say, I love you. Okay, well, love is the action word, right? How you treat me? How do you show your love? How you show it? You can say you love me all day and treat me like a piece of crap. You can say you love me all day and don't do anything to show me that you actually love me. But you say it all day, right? Since Jasmine wanted to step out there, then she got to take what she take, right? Now, I got some questions. I'm gonna play some clips for y'all. More clips of Jasmine, just from last night. And yes, if Jasmine says something from now on, I'm on Jasmine. So if you don't like it, because I don't like the performative ratchetness, I think it's stupid. This woman is highly educated, very educated woman. She's an attorney. This just is not a good look. Why can't they put up the white female politician to be trailer parkish? Why they can't do that with her? They always trying to put up some silly woman, usually is a woman, some men, to go talk like this. All that mouth, and we don't get no legislation. Listen, I'm cool with your mouth if we getting stuff done. It's kind of like Muhammad Ali. He had a lot of mouth, but he backed it up. This woman got mouth and don't have no wins underneath her belt. This is why I'm asking a question about performative ratchetness, because that is a pattern with a good portion of you. You love ratchet. Listen, everybody like ratchetness as entertainment. I like ratchetness as entertainment. I watch ratchet things as entertainment, but I don't want ratchetness in my politics. That's for entertainment. We laugh at entertainment. We ooh-ah at entertainment. That's cool. Keep ratchetness in the area of entertainment, not in our politics. No. So let's go ahead on and play your girl, sister girl Jasmine Crockett. This is y'all leader here. I'm talking about some of y'all out here who's defending her. This is your leader right here. Listen to this.
While we may not have the numbers just yet, that doesn't mean that we don't have fight left in our bodies. And so I am going to fight him every step of the way until we get what we deserve, because it was my ancestors that built this motherfucker. Okay, I'm done now. I'm done.
Okay, so that's what you impressed with right there. I'm talking about those of you who defend her. That impressed you, what she just said. What are you fighting him for? What has he done against FBAs in particular? Because I'm watching everything Trump is doing. I know what he's doing. My name not Canada. My name not Mexico. My name is not China either. I wasn't getting none of that U.S. aid money, and neither was the rest of you FBAs. All them grants and contracts that everybody was getting in the billions, it haven't been coming to FBAs. So I don't care if he cut it. We wasn't getting it no way. I'm glad he cutting it. Because they could join the rest of us not getting nothing. All them, the DEI and all that stuff, we wasn't benefiting off of DEI. Let him take it. Them federal jobs, that's most of them folks with the federal jobs. We wasn't getting no federal jobs. Maybe some of us. And not every black person lost their federal job either. But I sure see black people still delivering the mail. I got a family member in particular that's still working her federal job. She ain't lost hers. So there you go. So not every FBA had lost their job. But what Trump did in specific, what do we need to specifically fight him for? Listen, if he's doing something against FBAs, I'm going to be on Trump too. Because he's not right. Just like I'll be on Biden. Or Obama, or anybody else. If he's doing something against FBAs, but what is actually he doing the fighting for? I'm trying to figure that part out. Fighting for what? Let's get to the next one. This is what y'all like, right? Hold on, let me play this.
First of all, thank you for making the back of my head famous. But second of all, if we could do a sequel, if you could tell Donald Trump anything tonight, what would you tell him?
I would tell him to grow a spine and stop being Putin's hoe.
That's what y'all like, right? And your politicians, that's what you like, right? So now I know some of them want to say, "Well, do you hear how Trump talk?" I don't care. Trump is not part of my community. I can care less about anybody outside my community in the political sphere because they're not part of it. I don't care if Trump go out there in his boxer shorts. I don't care. And he cuss every 2 minutes. I don't care. He's not part of my community. Jasmine's up here talking. So that's keeping it real for y'all, right? That's keeping it real right there, Phil. You don't know what you're talking about. She's keeping it real. She's the only one speaking, and then I'm watching the white liberal. Oh my God. Oh, I love her. Oh my God, she's a person we need. Why didn't you go out there and talk? Why she has to do it? Why? You got privilege, go talk. But I'm talking to black folk. This what you like, right? That's what you like. Let's get to another clip. Hold on, let's get to another clip. Hold on.
This is not what we should be doing. I don't even know why we fighting with Greenland. Why we fighting with Greenland? We fighting with Canada. We fighting with Mexico. Yet we in love with Putin. What is happening? Like, this is not America. This is a terrible nightmare. Somebody slap me and wake me the fuck up because I'm ready to get on with.
All right. So that's the representation you want right there. I don't care what Trump do to Greenland. I can care less. If he invaded and take it over, I don't care what that has to do with FBAs. What he doing with Canada? Now I know there's some people in the diaspora in Canada. I understand that. There's also some people in the diaspora in Mexico. I understand that too. But he's not targeting them. He's targeting their governments, right? And let's call it what it is. The Afro-Mexicans aren't treated well in Mexico. They're not. The people in the diaspora in Canada isn't being treated well by the liberals in Canada either. They talk about a lot of racism in Canada. Emma reports on that all the time. So black folks are not getting the royal treatment in Canada. Okay? But is that what y'all like? Is that like keeping it real, performative ratchetness in your politics? Dre said the Democrats think Southern Ghana intelligence will get us to vote for them, and anyone who supports Jasmine Crockett's antics are part of the problem. We have a lot of people that's part of the problem. And what you understand is Jasmine knows better because Jasmine is very educated. She knows better. But you also run into that issue too, because you have some people who's educated and they kind of get to maybe at a higher level. But then you have some people they want to hang around. They will kind of ridicule them if they're not trying to be ratchet. You understand what I'm saying? that run into that too. Now, Marcus says Ratchet Crockett doesn't talk like that when she faces Democrat donors. No, she don't. She don't at all, okay? What Jasmine is doing is trying to reel y'all back on into the Democrat plantation. That's the bait. Ooh, look at how she talking to them white people. Oh, boy, she keeping it real. Man, I got to get back to Democrats because, man, I need more people like Jasmine in there. Okay. If that's what you need. Now, let's go to another clip of Jasmine. Here we go.
All kinds of nonsense and bullshit. Just be real. And we weren't gonna sit for that shit. We wouldn't. You know, we showed up. And if he had some sense, then maybe we would have been about that life. But y'all know he ain't got no sense. So please give some love. This took a little bit of coordinating to do for sure. We got some cool shirts. We got Madam Williams.
All right, good trouble. Now, you had all those people back there, nobody talking, but she's the only one to keep talking. So she has been dedicated as a spokeswoman. Hey, Jasmine, get out there. You got a loud mouth. Be ratchet as you want to be, right? And that's going to get the voters back on the Democrat plantation. First, we got to the target is to try to get the black women that sat out the election. That's not. This is not the ratchetness is not targeting black men. Okay, that's not who the target is. The sassy, get you told, snapping your fingers and all that mess. That is to get the black women that sat it out. There was a lot of black women that sat out the election. So they knew to say, well, these black women can't relate to Kamala Harris because let's call it what it is. She's not one of them. They knew that. So I said, let's get Jasmine that speak their language. She know how to shake her head like some of them do. She know how to get people told. Let's go ahead and put Jasmine out there and you have them now saying she should run in 2028 against who? If Trump could kind of pull off something in these 4 years and J.D. Vance tries to run, yeah, I really want to see Jasmine Crockett run against J.D. Vance. I really would like to see that. I don't think she'll win. Bottom line. I don't think she would. But they probably going to have to look at Jasmine Crockett because Gavin Newsom, he's not going to win either. But anyway, you say, okay, Courtney says Trump is the only president in my lifetime that actually told America on more than one occasion that slaves built this country, but she stayed quiet when Biden gave the credit to immigrants over FBA. That's true. That's 100% true. Trump did say that. They lied on Trump, say he was canceling Black History Month, and then they had a whole deal at the White House for Black History Month. Then Jasmine Crockett and the Democrats, why didn't you talk about the black woman that was put in charge of pardons, like the pardon czar, to help get people out of prison? There was a black woman, a formerly incarcerated black woman that Trump pardoned, got her out of jail, and y'all should be celebrating that black woman. But if that black woman isn't a Democrat, she is the scourge of the earth. How is that supporting the sisterhood? It shouldn't matter if you are a Democrat or Republican. If a black woman is doing something great, then celebrate her. This black woman can help people get out of prison. How many times, what Democrat has put up a black woman to try to help them get people out of prison? None of them. But these Democrats, and we talking about even the Democrat black women, it got their head so far up the Democrats' butt, they can't even see, hey, that's a good thing. Hey, let's get with this black woman and say, hey, what about the people in my state? Hey, what about this case? What about that case? Hey, tell Trump this, tell Trump that. Maybe we can get this person out. Maybe we can get that person out. That's what they should be doing. Forget a freaking party. You don't even have to like Trump. It's not about like. How many of y'all have had supervisors at your job that you just did not like? Did you quit your job? How many times maybe your companies was sold or transferred something and now some new people came in? You don't like these people. You can't stand them. You like the people you had before, but the new people, you just can't stand them. Do you quit your job? No. You still go do your job. Why? Because you need to get paid to pay your bills. So if we can work with supervisors that we do not like on our jobs because we understand the bigger picture is paying our bills, keeping the lights on, putting food in our children's mouth, paying our car, paying our house or apartment, whatever we staying at. We understand the bigger picture. I only got to work with him X amount of hours a day or her, but I'm here to get my bag. How we can see the bigger picture when it comes to our finances, but you can't see the bigger picture when it comes to the government, which you even should see that even bigger. Jasmine Crockett and the Democrats are advocating for foreign nations, but that's up their alley because they advocate for foreign nationals getting something over us, so that's about right. And that's why the Democrats, you're going to lose in the midterms too. Because you keep talking like this, you haven't learned your lesson from the 2024 election. You obviously haven't learned. You think you're going to remix it, change a couple of players, pull some out, put some in, be a little bit more ratchet, right? And that's going to help you? You're going to lose. You didn't realize how you lost the last time? Now, I'm not hearing her advocate immigration. I'm not hearing her advocate abortion or LGBT. I haven't heard her advocate any of that. But she don't have to advocate that because we know underneath the surface that's still there because the Democrats haven't learned anything. But once again, the performative ratchetness of Jasmine Crockett is to get those black women off the couch to vote for Democrat again. Because even though they say 92%, there was a lot of black women sat it out. They didn't vote for nobody. And that's what Jasmine Crockett is targeting. She's targeting those black women. You say Trump was in charge of the Jesse Jackson presidential campaign? Okay, you say, I work there now. You say you work there. Okay, who y'all talking about? But that's what it is. Now, so you better believe that I got my eye on Jasmine. Since she wants to be the mascot, that's all right. And I'll tell everybody that do what we're doing here, point out Jasmine. Everything Jasmine say, point it out. Anything ratchet or performative, point it out. Like, since she wants to be center stage, we're going to make her center stage now. Since that's what she wants to do. Before, we wasn't talking about it like that. We was just laughing at her when she was talking about Nancy Mace. So we were laughing at her when she was roasting Marjorie Taylor Greene. Okay, we were laughing. That was funny. But since she wants to step out here doing the things she's doing, now we got to take it to a different perspective, different level. You say a donkey is a perfect representation of these. Yeah. They chose the right animal, right? They chose that. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Well, thank you definitely for joining us tonight. We greatly appreciate it. Make sure you download the African Diaspora News Channel app in the Google Play and Apple App Store. We'd like to get at least 10 people. We always say that 10 people to sign up every stream as we truck along. Make sure to catch everything that we're doing on the app itself. Like I said, we just got the new commercial filmed, as I talked about. That's being edited right now. I saw some of the footage. I thought it looked pretty good. And like I said, we got the 3 episodes of Slay Queen that's being edited. Well, the first one to be probably ready, I think, early part of next week. But I'll let y'all know we're getting new trailers and all that stuff for the new episode. So we're trucking along there. Bear with us as we continue to work on all our different shows on the app. And like I said, listen, I'm cool with ratchetness as long as it's entertainment. When it comes to politics, I don't play with ratchetness. Don't do that whatsoever. Nope. When we talk about politics, it's a serious business. It's very, very serious. And we ain't got time for, Jasmine Crockett and all her mess she got going on. But she want to be center stage. We're going to make sure to repeat her name a little bit every time she do something or say something. So thank y'all for listening. We'll catch y'all on the next one.